Let's jump in. Orange J Man, folks. Orange J Man is under fire for dining with neo-Nazis. And the discourse around this from Republicans is really confusing. So let's see what Mitch McConnell has to say. Trump calls McConnell loser for our nation after he condemns Fuentes' dinner. Former President Trump insulted Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell in an interview with Fox News on Tuesday, calling him a loser for our nation after McConnell appeared to criticize his decision. I love that. Appeared to criticize? Appeared to criticize, because it really wasn't a criticism. To have dinner with white supremacist Nick Fuentes, an anti-Semitic rapper. Yay? I don't, what is the difference between white supremacist and anti-Semitic? Let's be honest, right? They're pretty much the same thing. They're neo-Nazis. But you want to know why Donald Trump is out there having Thanksgiving dinner? Now, again, this is not just any dinner. This was Thanks motherfucking giving dinner. It's because he is a neo-Nazi. The dinner has divided the GOP, with some playing it down and others denouncing the move. McConnell said Tuesday that anyone who meets with anti-Semites or white supremacists is highly unlikely to ever be elected president of the United States. What? What? Did Mitch McConnell forget that Donald Trump was elected president? What? Right? Huh? Right, what? Anyone who meets with anti-Semites or white supremacists is highly unlikely to ever be elected president of the United States. Exhibit B, Joe Biden. Joe Biden was best friends with proud segregationists in the Senate. What happened with Joe Biden when he was elected president? George Bush. Ronald Reagan, for Christ's sake. This is historically illiterate, man. This is some historically illiterate ass shit. Not to mention that the entire Republican Party is based upon white supremacy. There's one plank in the floorboards of the Republican Party, and that's white people are better than everyone else, and especially the black people. That is the Republican Party plank. The singular plank. That's it. I hope you don't fucking fall off when you're walking on that goddamn plank. Right, so again, this is a bunch of garbage. These people are going to try to virtue signal. I'm not a Nazi, you're a Nazi. I'm not a Nazi, you're a Nazi. And it's motherfucker, you're all Nazis, for Christ's sake. Anyway. Quote, Mitch is a loser for our nation and for the Republican Party, who would not have been reelected in Kentucky without my endorsement. First of all, that is factually untrue. The idea that Mitch McConnell would lose but for the grace of Donald Trump's endorsement, and first of all, that was years ago. That was multiple years ago. Right, so what the fuck? I don't know. Would you beg me for? Because he was going down. Quote, his well-financed opponent had $93 million ready to spend when I drove him from 2 points down to 21 points up in a matter of days. Trump again claimed that he had never heard of Nick Fuentes before the dinner. But again, he invited Kanye West, who is a neo-Nazi! This idea that Nick Fuentes is the X factor here? Right? Oh yeah. Whoops. Right? I'm not gonna lie. This one was from Ben Shapiro said this on Twitter. Is the best way to not dine with a neo-Nazi that you don't know is by not dining with a neo-Nazi that you do know. Paraphrasing. That's from Ben Shapiro, which, again, he had a little bit, some post-nut clarity or something going on when he tweeted that. I don't know. But again, this idea that Nick Fuentes is the X factor and that Kanye West is, having dinner with that neo-Nazi, totally fine. Totally great. Let's have dinner with one neo-Nazi. Oh shit, a couple other ones showed up. How would I have known? Quote, I had no idea what his views were, and they weren't expressed at the table in our very quick dinner, or it wouldn't have been accepted. And again, whatever Nick Fuentes says, you can bet money that Kanye West believes it. Quote, nobody has to prove or be defensive of me and Israel, he added. They have acknowledged that I'm the best friend and president to Israel. Now again, think about this. Why would neo-Nazis support Israel? You might be confused by this. Oh shit, I thought neo-Nazis hate Jewish people. They do. But you know who they hate more than Jewish people? Brown people. And you know what Israel is? Israel is Nazi Germany 2.0. Let's be honest. Let's call it as it is. Neo-Nazis, a lot of them hate Israel just because they're blinded by their hate for Jewish people. But folks, like, you know, Nick Fuentes, the more strategical neo-Nazis, they love Israel because Israel's the blueprint for their ideal society, right? Now, again, genocide is great, right? Let's get rid of all of them. But before you get rid of them, use them for slave labor. Like with Israel, treat them like garbage for a couple generations, you know, for entertainment purposes. That's what they do in Israel, right? So a lot of neo-Nazis look up to Israel because Israel is essentially Nazi Germany 2.0. If that triggers you, go fuck yourself and free Palestine. So anyway, this whole thing is a bunch of garbage. You know, again, you got 39 neo-Nazis in a party and, you know, 5 people that are like, whoa, I don't like neo-Nazis, but they showed up anyway and they had a good time at the party. Guess what? You got whatever the numbers I just said are in the sum of neo-Nazis. So anyway, I forget what the numbers I said were. But either way, just watching this fucking shit flinging is honestly kind of hilarious. But at the end of the day, these people are gonna, you know, again, this, you know, at the end of the day, Mitch McConnell's gonna vote for Donald Trump if he's on the ballot. So, like, none of this matters. But there you go.